everyone, let me introduce about the BankTech Group market report objective and industry-related marketing issue below. Firstly, BankTech Group specializes in providing payment and technology solution for hotel, crop, and gaming industry. It is an independent ATM deployer. However, there's now a current market problem in that market terms for cash payment has been declining. Cash is being less acceptable in Australia and more customers are increasingly unable to use cash. This is in addition to policy restriction of COVID-19 and the resulting economic stagnation, all of which mean that customer demand for ATM and related service is diminishing. Our main objective of this report then is to suggest how BankTech can overcome this marketing issue by focusing less on cash payment and concentrate on electronic payment and provision of mobile payment as a long-term sustainable strategy for expand its business. And as a result of the group discussion, it was concluded that this could be achieved by switching to new target market, focus on other sectors such as retail and gaming, and developing new business to keep up with market trends, not only but increasing global brand awareness to stand out for the crowd of competitors, building supplier preference, and developing with customer relationship management, adopting a broad differentiation strategy, developing customer loyalty, and improving business will be crucial. And below, I will use the SWOT rule to summarize the main situation in the BankTech Group. So now let's start with the strengths. BankTech, being a relatively small company, chose the right strategy to focus on crop, hotel, and gaming venue with sufficient resource to develop the ability to maintain customer satisfaction. A focused differentiation strategy was adopted at most posts and ATM in this establishment. BankTech strengths include value-add customer relationship management, superior customer service and bespoke core service, brand reputation and reliability in the hospitality industry to define its ability to differentiation itself from its dominant position. It is a lean organization. And now next word is about the weaknesses. BankTech is a relatively small company and it lacks the resource to speculate on board differentiation strategy like its competitor NCR. There are many alternatives to smaller ATM deployers like BankTech in the market, and it is difficult to gain foothold in the market. With limited resource, the growth potential is also limited. Brand reputation is not as strong as large global IAD like NCR, and therefore may not be perceived as technological advanced as Next and NCR. Now it's about the opportunity. BankTech has a major sustainable competitive advantage in terms of new business, software development, and familiarity with payment solution. This provides BankTech with the opportunity to enter new target market by increasing their brand awareness, developing new product and service line, and attracting more customers to their service than their competitors. BankTech can shift their target market to retail and gaming, where they can work with bank and independent game market makers to develop new payment solutions, then initiate payments for retail and gaming top-ups. And the last one is for the fears. The most prominent fears to BankTech is the result of recession caused by high inflation and slow growth, which reduce BankTech revenue. Regulation of financial apps is powerfully accelerating cashless transaction with QR code and replacing e-POS machine powered by WeChat and Alipay in many Asian countries. However, BankTech is in the cash business, and today's market has become a chance toward cashless transaction. It also means bank tech product and service are at risk.
Based on the findings, a recommendation for BankTech will be developing a mobile payment solution aiming at the retail industry. It is an app where consumers can link their bank cards into and present a unique QR code on the app to pay. The cashier would then scan the QR code with POS machines where the payment processes straight away through the app without the need for cash or card. Users would be charged a surcharge fee for transactions. Now, let's look at the as-is strategy canvas, which contains of the two types of mainstream payment methods currently, card and cash. In our 4 actions framework, we'll eliminate hardware businesses and reduce focus on low price and public's acceptability to lower the cost for bank tech. On the other hand, we should raise focus on convenience, easy to use, security, and easy statistic tracking and create mobile payment where consumers can scan and go to increase buyer value. And this will lead us to the 2B strategy canvas for the recommendation. In the strategic sequence, buyer's utility will be achieved through the maximum convenience and highly secure payment. As for the price aspect, a slight increase in surcharge is easily accessible for consumers and customers. This also guarantees the cost aspect. Despite so, there might be some barriers in the adoption for the business idea. Consumers, especially older age groups, might not be accepting towards a new way of payment initially. But as technology shifts more towards e-payment and cashless payments, this problem will be relieved. For the 3 tiers of non-customers, the soon-to-be non-customers are food and beverage merchants and the younger generation's consumer. The refusing non-customers are small privately owned merchants and older generation's consumers. And the unexplored non-consumers are nationally and globally chained merchants and the general public. Based on findings, the price corridor of mass is to be a surcharge of 0.5% to 1.5%. Bank tech should follow a mid-level pricing in this price corridor of mass, as some level of legal and resource protection can be achieved through the application for a patent for the relevant technology or the business idea. Lastly, we will look at the BOS path bank tech should follow for this business idea. Bank tech should follow path 6, looking across time and focus on trends like cash diminishing, lesser ATM withdrawal, and higher mobile penetration rate. Mobile payment can be a solution for these trends.
Hello, my name is Samantha, and for my part, I'll be talking about the marketing budget, implementation, and control program for our first Blue Ocean strategy. To start off, the aim of our first recommendation is to implement newer technological systems that can aid BankTech to transition towards cashless mobile payments, in which they could tackle their current business problem of cash usage declining. In order to achieve this, it is necessary for BankTech to refocus their B2B relationships by shifting their target towards businesses within the retail industry. The objective is to target retailers that are within the food beverages market, such as BWS, Liquorland, and other local restaurants that could be beneficial for BankTech. The reason to this suggestion is because BankTech is already working with hotels and clubs as part of the hospitality industry, and the food beverage market is just another category within hospitality that they could potentially tap into. For our proposed budget, it is expected that majority of our funds will be allocated towards development of the mobile app where users can link their bank accounts. The budget will also then be distributed to marketing campaigns in which BankTech can focus on building more B2B relationships with retailers through the implementation of B2B promotions, sponsorships, branding, event marketing, partnership engagements, and e-distributions, which can help raise awareness for BankTech amongst these businesses, as they could potentially collaborate with BankTech in the future as a long-term strategic plan. In terms of revenue that BankTech can make from implementing this Blue Ocean strategy, majority of the revenue will come from BankTech's surcharge fees towards those that utilizes our in-app payment solution, with the expectation that the return on investment will be approximately 5%, hopefully. As for the timeline of this strategy, if we were to be realistic, the project is estimated to take about 2 years for the strategy to work. And here is our Gantt chart that we suggest for this recommendation. So to start off, BankTech should first commence the mobile payment development program whilst conducting research and insights on non-customers that they would like to target and reach. Once they are done working through this, they should then readjust their website and social media branding to cater towards new clients. Following after by early January to June 2024, They should begin their B2B event marketing campaigns and e-distribution process to increase the level of brand awareness for BankTech amongst potential clients in the retail industry. Last but not least, by the second half of 2024, it is expected that BankTech will be forming relationships and signing partnership deals with other retailers that they could work with in the future. To conclude this investment analysis, as this strategy is forecasted to take around 2 years, it is only safe to say that this is only a brief assumption and that we are assuming BankTech will be much more thorough in relation to researching and managing their customer brand relationships. However, with this blue ocean strategy, this could be a solution that could help them solve their business problem while allowing them to expand into different markets in the hospitality industry. And that's all for me today. Thank you. Tingshu will take you to the next blue ocean strategy.
Another recommendation would be developing a payment solution focusing on the gaming industry. It is an app where gamers can link their bank cards and game accounts and top up selected game directly from the app. BankTech will charge a surcharge for transactions. The following is the SS strategy canvas, which contains the two types of mainstream game top-up methods currently: gaming top-up cards and in-game top-up. In the 4 actions framework, we eliminate accessibility and reduce focus on low price to lower the cost for BankTech. On the other hand, we should raise focus on convenience, easy to use, consumer base, and processing speed, and create exclusive bundles and multiple currency payment to increase buyer value. And this will lead us to the 2B strategy canvas for this business idea. In the strategic sequence, the buyer's utility will be achieved through the greatest convenience of a centralized platform where gamers have access to all game top-ups with high processing speed and exclusive bundles. Multiple currency payment also increases utility for gamers when playing on foreign servers. As for the price factor, a relative insignificant surcharge as compared to the price of skins in games is easily accessible for consumers. The large consumer base of multiple games can also attain the cost target to profit at a strategic price for the cost factor. Despite so, there might be some barriers in the adoption for the business idea where consumer might trust the official in-game top-up more. This problem will be addressed by getting approvals and verifications by the gaming manufacturers and the companies. For the 3 tiers of non-customers, the soon-to-be non-customers are web page game players, the refusing non-customers are mainstream game players, and the unexplored non-customers are digital content consumers. The identified price corridor for surcharges would follow 0.5% to 1.5%, and a mid-level pricing will be specified. This can be achieved through the exclusive bundles and other marketing efforts that guarantees resources protection. Lastly, we'll look at the BOS path BankTech should follow for this recommendation. BankTech should follow path 5, looking at cross-functional appeals to buyers like time-saving, efficiency, and convenience. The centralized top-up platform is suitable for multiple games that links in users' bank cards and game accounts, so that gamers do not have to key in their bank card details and log into their game accounts every time they top up, providing the above functional appeals.
Hello everyone, I'm going to introduce the budget of gaming app, which are composed of 2 parts, which are operational cost and marketing cost. As you can see, app development occupies most of the cost, which is more than $100,000, and the subsequent maintenance and content update will cost around $15,000. Security services will cost about $8,400. Website is the main source of information for our clients and customers, which will cost $100,000. In terms of marketing costs, there are 3 main parts, which are offline, online, and strategic costs. The printed ad seemed as offline marketing. The video content production will cost $200, which will be posted on all digital platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. The investment on Facebook and TikTok would be more than $300 because the demographic of the users is highly coincident, which are around 18 and 30 years old people. The strategic cost includes partnership engagement cost and insight research costs, and the total cost will be around $300,000. The total budget would be around $500. The total project timeline will be around 4 months from app development to launch. At early stage, BankTech needs to implement app development, research insight, and website enhancement. At middle stage, B2C marketing and website information update need to be ongoing. At third stage, BankTech has to ensure that security services, partnership engagement, and B2C marketing are workable to satisfy the customer's needs and expectations.